This is MU107 Music Appreciation Online. My name is Dr. Paul Schreiber, and I am your instructor. I am a professor of music theory, composition, and recording technology here at Mississippi Valley State University, and I'd like to welcome you to this online course. I've been teaching at the Valley for nearly 21 years. I started teaching music appreciation in 2017, and I've been teaching online music appreciation since 2020. Okay, let's take a look at how this course works. Okay, so this is your dashboard. This is my dashboard. When you come up, you'll probably have something similar to this. This is our course right here. It's MU107E01. And I am going to open this up. Okay, let's just take a look at what's going on the left side here. This is the home page. We're on the home page. This is also the exact same as the modules. Okay, so here it is again. There's an announcements. There are no announcements presently. The course hasn't started yet, but I will be putting up an announcement before you see this video. Here's the syllabus. It's important that you check out the syllabus. And here's a general statement of office hours, and we'll get to all of that. This is where you can look at your grades. And there's some other things here. Course evaluations when they come along. The most important are these 5 things: home, announcements, syllabus, modules, which is also home, and grades. I'm going to go to the home page, which is right here. And the first thing you do is this is Start Here module, and you should be looking at this. And this is a Start Here welcome. This is what I am recording right now, so there's nothing on it. Then there's a Meet Your Instructor. That's just a picture of me and my bio. Then there's some technical skills and requirements that you might want to look at. If you're new to online courses, then it's probably good that you looked over some of these things here because it may help you. I'm just going to scroll down and I'm going to hit what's called the next button here. That's how you move from one thing to another. And then there's some guidelines for participation in discussions. Now, let me just show you that. I'm going to just open up another tab here and show you where we're at. So here we are. That's right here. So you can actually get to certain places right here, but I always recommend that you go down through these in order. After this, we're going to have next, Exploring Canvas. This is something new. You have to do that, and it's due on February 11th. And then there's something called a discussion. You're going to have to introduce yourself with your name, your major, learning goals for the course, and my 2 favorite hobbies and interests. And then you're going to have to come back. Possible that if you're the first person, there's nobody else there. You're going to have to come back and check out what your peers are doing and make some comments about that. This again is due the same date. I think that was February 11th. So I'm going to hit next again. And boom, we're in module 1. Here it says it right here. This is the course. This is what you will be doing in the first week. Let me show you where it's at. It's right here. You are right here, the module overview. So the module overview just kind of says what's kind of going on in the class. Maybe it might say what pages. Here's the pages right here that we're working on out of the book and what our goals and objectives are. And then when you're in these modules, the best way to do this is to always click next. If you go over here and try to do something, or you do what Canvas says, I find people skip over things and miss things. So, I mean, you just do next until you get to the end of the module. So I'm going to hit next. And this is how it works. I usually got a video or 2 videos. In this case, it's 2 videos that you look at. They're relatively short videos. Anyways, when you're done watching the videos, what you do is you click next and you come up to a quiz, and these are important to take. Now, I can't actually tell exactly what yours looks like because this is mine and I have a student view, but since the class isn't open yet, I can't do the student view. But anyways, so I'm just going to click preview. You'll see something like take the quiz. Very small quizzes, but they're attendance quizzes. Anyways, what is pitch? Degrees of loudness or softness in music, the recurring pattern of tension and release, expectation and fulfillment, the relative highness and lowness of we hear a sound, The organization of beats in regular groups, this is divided into measures, also called bars. Well, it is the relative highness and lowness in sound. So that was question one. There are only 4 questions. You can see this right here. If there were more, we would scroll. And then what you would do is you would hit next. And now you're on question 2. And you would answer that. You would hit next. Answer question 3, and then maybe you say, oh, in question 3, this is the answer and not the correct answer for the other one. In other words, you can back up and redo these things until you submit the quiz. Once you hit submit quiz, when you're all done, and you hit submit quiz, and if you haven't done anything, it will say, well, you have 3 unanswered questions, and maybe you want to go back, submit anyway. You'd hit cancel, go do the questions, but I'm going to hit OK just for the purpose of moving forward. And then it says, I got that one correct, but I didn't answer all these other ones. And then I go down to the bottom and I hit next. 1.2 elements of music. So let's look at music appreciation, and let's see. See, this is the module we're in. We just did 1.1. It's got 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, and 1.6. Each module has anywhere between 5 and maybe 10 parts to it. They're all relatively easy to do. And at the end, there's a weekly wrap up that says, hey, I hope you enjoyed it, and here's what's coming next week. It's important to go through these in order, and that's the most important thing I want to say. Now I want to go to the syllabus. All right, so course syllabus, there's 2 things here. Here's the actual syllabus, and here is just my office hours, which are actually on the syllabus also, but let's just click into that. It has a little bit more information on it. There's my office hours. That's my office phone number. Good luck finding me there. I spend most of my time in the recording studio. This is my email. Canvas is the best way to get in touch. We should always be doing stuff through the MVSU system. And if you send something from some other email, it might actually go to my spam folder and I'll never see it. By contacting me straight through Canvas, which is what we're on right now, I'll always get a message that says, hey, such and such sent you a message in Canvas. I'll get it on my phone in theory. However, I might not be able to answer it right away. There are several nights a week that I'm not available until later on in the evening. Sometimes I can answer it right away. It just all depends. And now I'm going to close this, and now I'm going to bring up the syllabus. All right, so here's the syllabus. It's got my name. There's my office. And I'll tell you where my office is. If you've ever been in the Fine Arts building, it's actually 2 complexes. One is a single-story one. One is a second-story one. The single-story one is the band annex, and the other is the main Fine Arts building. So if you go to the Fine Arts building, you go up the stairs from the inside of the building. You go up the stairs, and you get to the top of the stairs to the 2nd floor. And if you look just to the left on a 45-degree angle, there's something that says studio offices. You go into there, and there's a little L, and it goes down. And I'm a few doors down, but it's clearly marked, and my name is on the door. So that's where my office is. This is my email address right there. Sorry. And that's my office phone. And again, I'm not in my office very often. Here's my office hours. A bunch of them are online. But to be honest with you, the best way to get a hold of me is to email me in Canvas. I respond. We can work things out. If worse comes to worse, we can have a telephone call. It's no big deal. Required textbook. I recommend that you buy this book, especially if you're getting like free book money, which they've had in the past. I'm not completely sure if it is going this semester, but worst comes to worst, you buy this book, doesn't really cost you any money, and then you can sell the book back and make some money on it. So I recommend you buy the book. There's the course description, the prerequisites. There is none. Okay, class description, goals and objectives, and all this mumbo jumbo that people never like to read. Well, I recommend that you read it. In fact, I expect you to read it. Okay, here's my grading scale. We have quizzes, attendance, which I'll get to how that is calculated, midterm written exam and final written exam. Okay, standard grading scale, 90 to 100, 80 to 89, so on and so forth. There's a section on Canvas, browser compatibility, grade appeals, attendance, so on and so forth. And we're going to get back to this attendance situation here. in a minute. And musician health statement, library statement, and then we've got down here is important dates. The important dates are university dates, like next Monday is a holiday. Last day to drop an ad, fall graduation applications due, midterm exams, things like that. Last day to withdraw from a class, so on and so forth. Below that, excuse me, music appreciation weekly schedule. Okay, week 1, week of January 8th, elements of music, and then music of the Middle Ages. That's what's in module 1. Week 2, module 2, and it goes on. And I want you to notice that in week 4, we have actually 2 modules. I'm sorry, this isn't acting to me very well to me. We have this module right here, which is module 5, and we have module 4 right here. So let me explain how the class actually works. The class is divided up into 4 parts. This is the end of the first part, which is large quiz 1. Once we complete that, we don't worry about that information anymore. Then we go on and we do some more modules, and then we have the midterm exam, which is only based on those modules since large quiz 1. And here they are right here. In fact, there are 3 of them: week 5, week 6, and week 7, module 6, 7, and 8. And then we have the midterm exam based on 6, 7, and 8. So how these things work is, with these large quizzes, there are 2 of them. I'll always make a practice exam. I recommend you always look at the practice exam. I've noted that people that don't do very well have not done the practice exam. Do the practice exam, then do the quiz. Midterm exam, you got like 2 days to do the practice exam. That would be Monday and Tuesday. Then it will turn off, and on Wednesday, then you would have the midterm exam. Following that, we're going to run module 13, which is large quiz 2. Is based on 10, 11, and 12. And again, we'll have a practice exam and then a quiz. Following that are the last 4 weeks of school, or actually 5 weeks if you include finals week. It's only based on those last 4 modules. Again, you'll have a practice exam. It'll be open on Monday. It'll close after Tuesday, and then the midterm exam is Wednesday, and you must take that. So I will just tell you this: once the class closes on Friday, it closes, and there's nothing that I can do about it. So just remember that. So again, the class is in 4 parts. Now let's talk about attendance. So all those little teeny quizzes that you had within these modules, they count for attendance, but they also count for something else. The something else is bonus points. I usually total up all those points, divide it in half. So 50% of those points that you earn are bonus points into either large quiz 1, or if we're in midterm, into the midterm, and so on. That's one thing. But the second thing is how I calculate attendance. Each module has you have a week to do. It opens on Monday and it closes on Sunday night. Okay. If you do one part of the module, like 1.1, then you will get credit for 1 out of 2 points for a week. It's like we're taking a class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so it's a 2-day-a-week class. So if you do all of them by the end of that week, then you'll get 2 points. But if that doesn't happen, you still want to do the quizzes, because you really want to get those extra points on your tests and large quizzes. So I hope you enjoy this class, and I'll see you around. Please pay attention to the announcements, and have a great Valley Day.